everybody. Welcome to making. Hi, everybody. Welcome to Making Magic with Diana on Wednesday night. It is Monday, May the 10th, and I welcome you all again on this wonderful, beautiful day. I think we finally have spring with us tonight. Um, so, just waiting. Hello, hello, hello. Thank you for joining me tonight. Let me know that you're here. I'm happy to see that I have a couple of viewers with me. Welcome for joining me tonight. I think what we're going to do tonight is appropriate for the gorgeous weather that we've got going on outside tonight. What a gorgeous day we had today. And hello, Erin. Thank you for joining me today. Who else have we got with us tonight? I can see that I've got a couple of other people with me. So I'm so happy. Hello, Judy. Thank you for joining me. Starting to have a few people join in here. I was a minute or two late joining in myself, and that was because, there everybody popped in. Hi, Linda. Hi, Kathy. My husband yelled downstairs to me. My craft studio's in the basement. Can you turn the water on? We didn't have the hose on yet for the garden, and he's trying to get the grass seed growing in the lawn, and wanted to water the lawn. So I had to crawl back into my office and crawl up into the ceiling to turn on the faucet for the outdoors, because that's where the setting is for it tonight. We turned it off in the wintertime and hadn't turned it back on yet. So of course he asked me to do that at like 2 minutes to 8. So it's like, jeepers creepers, you could have asked me that like half an hour or an hour ago. No, it was right before I was going to go live. So, welcome everybody. Today we're going to do a lovely garden card, which I think is rather appropriate because I had a friend tell me today that she's got the hummingbirds back in her garden. So, how wonderful is that? I'm going to have to actually get my hummingbird feeders out to put them in. It is a beautiful card, and so I really wanted to work with it this month. And I think it's just gorgeous. It could make a great Mother's Day card. It could make a great birthday card. It would make a great any kind of really celebration card. I could really see it being so many wonderful things. And so there's the die that I'm working with. You guys probably, I know Heather had talked about it. It is really intricate. It is this die. It's a Spellbinders die. It is a BB Cameron die. And when I show it to you, it's called Delicate Floral Hummingbirds. There's so many pieces to it. There's actually 14 cutting dies in the set. And I'm going to show you. So here's some of the pieces. It's really unique, and some of them are attached. And I'm going to walk you through how it actually all works together. And then I'm using one of the matching stamp sets for it as well, and it's called the Hummingbird Sentiments, and there's so many wonderful sentiments on it. I actually haven't stuck down the sentiment on this card, but this one says, may the wind always be at your back and the sun upon your face. But there's also happy birthday to beautiful you. Thank you for the bottom of my heart. Lifting you up in prayer and hoping you have a better day today. Let your dreams take flight. Thinking of you, you brighten my day. Do small things with great love. Always here for you. Just flying by to say hello. Your kindness means everything. Do small things with great love. Friends make the world beautiful. Always here for you. Sending healthy vibes your way. If you were in the store in the last week or so, I actually made this same card. I made a card for Heather. And I put the sentiment, sending healthy vibes your way, on it. So you can actually see it up close in the store as well, doing with the same die. So why don't I show you guys how I made it, and because it's just so gorgeous. There's a lot of intricate pieces in it, I'm going to hold it up close so that you can get I've got the camera on a close focus tonight so that you can get a better look at it as I'm working on it. Then a little bit closer than I might normally have on it. And what I've done is I've actually got a card base that I'm working with, and then I've actually used the Wilderness Nature's Garden, which was the Crafter's Companion paper, which I'll show you as well, because I thought that it would make a beautiful backdrop because it's all florals in behind it. So I've layered that as the backdrop for this as well. So I'll walk you through what I have done here. So I did cut out little pieces of paper everywhere here. I started with a backdrop of just some cardstock that I had that I cut 7.5 inches high by 11 inches wide. And I chose to go with, it's just a plain green back. And I scored it at the 5.5. So that's the size of my card. It is a large die. So you need to have the large size card. And I'll show that to you in a minute. And then the next base that's going to go on the top like this is going to be 5 inches wide by 7 inches high. And this is the paper that I've chosen to use this time. I'm going to pull this little... I just dropped. Of course I did. All kinds of little sparkly bits all over the table that I'm going to be using later. Great. Oh well. I can just pick them up off the table. So the Crafter's Companion paper, I know we all oohed and awed over it. But when I saw it, I thought, oh, this will make, it's just gorgeous paper. Kind of got on close focus. But for this, it just makes such a lovely backdrop for the florals. And there's just so many beautiful colors of flowers that you can work with in behind. So I actually, you can see that I've actually cut some pieces of paper and then I just tucked them back in here. So I just chose one that I thought will look nice in behind. I'm not going to glue that down yet, but that's what I'm going to have in behind, and I will glue that on after and I'll show you why. So there are 2 dies that come for the backdrop. And so the first one, I've left them actually taped onto the, well, they kind of shifted a little bit. The first one you put down looks like this. Okay, so shifting all over the place. I wanted to show you. So I'm not actually putting them through the machine. I've done that already. It goes down. It looks like this. It's big as well. It is, where's my ruler? So that I can tell you how it's quite large. Where did I move my ruler to? You clean everything off your table so that you get everything out here for when you're doing the show. It is like 7.5 inches tall by, you know, just inside 5.5. So it's a good size card, which is why you have to have the base 7.5 by 5.5. So when you put this down and you cut it, so that's the first layer, it actually cuts the background and it looks like this. Okay. And so you're getting this piece to come out like this. And then, oh, I just realized, you put the second one down and the second die looks like this, and it's going to cut out all the really intricate pieces like this. Now, what I have to do, because I just realized I didn't do that, and this is where you need your pokey tools, because there are, oh, some little tiny bits that come out, because I wanted to show it to you all, because you can see there's a million little tiny pieces that come out. Because I left them on there, I'm going to have to run this through my Big Shot one more time because I have to just make sure. Oh my gosh, there's so many little pieces. You know, if you didn't have a one of Heather's Pokey tools before, you absolutely have to have it for this die because there's so many little pieces that get stuck in here. So many, so many, so many. And I'm poking them out right now. It's a very intricate die. The next thing I'm going to do, get out of there, little piece of paper. The die is very, very intricate. It looks like this. I have to take it. I have, oh, little bits of pieces everywhere. I now need to take and I need to layer this on the top, like so. So I'm going to grab my bottom plate, which has been well loved. I'm going to put this on it like so. Position it right in place. Like that. Everybody see that? And I'm actually going to tape it down in place so it doesn't shift. So I'm using some of that purple tape. And then I'm going to send that through my machine. So hang on while I do that. And I'm going to show you that I actually did put one of the Crafter shim pieces on top just to make sure that it went through really, really well. And get every little piece going through there. Pop it back through one more time. This is a long die too, so I just need to make sure. So I want to make sure that I got all the way to the end. And I did. Yeah. Okay. This is now where we're really going to use the pokey tool. Peel this off so you can see how much is on there. And I'm going to use the pokey tool to poke all of these pieces out. Like I said, if you don't have a pokey tool, you really need one for these intricate, intricate dies. As I said, I used one of the shims to put through with this just because it is such a intricate die. There we go. You can see how that came out. There's so much detail on that. Okay, get rid of all that waste. Move that out of the way. There are a lot of bits and pieces that go along with this. So I've actually cut them out ahead of time so that you weren't sitting around listening to me crunch things through my machine. So when you see the pieces on the die, those are the hummingbird bodies, and so they are actually together. You cut them out at the same time. Those are the little bottom of him. Those are the little wings for him. So you can cut them out, but it does take a little bit of time to cut them all out. So I've cut them all out ahead of time. So what I'm going to do is trying to remember here. I am actually going to, no, I did that last actually. Although I can actually just No, I think what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to put a piece of paper underneath so you can see where I'm working. Like so. Get that in the shot. Now, I'm going to stick all these little babies on. And I am going to use the new sticky folio and see how this works. So these are the new sticky folios. Actually, you know what, guys? I'm going to pop this out for a second. So this is the new sticky folio that Heather was talking about on Sunday night. And she handed one over to me to use. And so it comes like this with the instructions on the back. And it comes, it's like a little duotang folder. You take that off, it keeps everything together. And I'll move this little piece over here. You open it up. It comes with 3 sheets of paper over here, which are adhesive sheets. And one side of the sheet is wider here. And that is the side that you slide. This opens up. You slide it into here, you push it down, and it holds it in place. And you note so there's the bigger side there, and there's a side that has a pull. You see that it has a pull tab down here to help you lift it up. You keep your sheets in this side because you can get more of them. There's a little pocket here that you can keep your tool in. What do they call this tool? They have a name for it. 2-in-1 pressure and tweezer tool. This is the built-in storage pocket for adhesive sheets and the tweezers. Let me see if I can get this out. So, you pull back this cover sheet, and this side has got the adhesive on it. So, I'm going to put the body down. I'm going to put his tail down. I'm going to try and get as much in there as possible. I'm going to put a wing down. Okay, is that the right wing? No. Which one do I want? Not that one. This one. So it's like putting a puzzle together here. I'm going to put this wing down. Oh, got to move it over a bit. Let's start with those. So I'm using the pressure tool to get the adhesive on it. I lift it up. Now he's got adhesive on the back of him. Can you see that? Can you see how he's got adhesive on him? So let's see if it's going to stick down well enough. Oh, I want to put his tail down first. Let's put his wings down too. The right wing. Nope, that's the wing. I think that goes. Where's the other wing? Maybe I think this is the wing that goes up here. I think this is the wing for down here. You can see on the page where there's no dots anymore, where I pulled the adhesive off. That actually stuck pretty good. Okay, that was pretty good. So now I'm going to stick on his little beak for this one. If I hold this up, you can you see there where the dots have gone? So I've used up the stickiness in certain sections. So now I know where I can stick down his head. What else can I put in there? Oh, the pink face. Okay, that's going to go in the other one. So this one. So which one? That's this one. There's my box. There's my box of extras. So many little pieces. Many, many little pieces. This little guy's got an eye that you pop out. So let's put those on. Is that beak gonna work? Is that gonna be the other guy? That's gonna be the other guy's beak. Got to be careful here. Got to get the right. The other guy's beak again. I cut out extra beaks and things. I cut out a whole bunch while I was doing them at the same time. So now, got to make sure I've got got them facing the right way. I used some paper that has some glitter in it, like a glitter stock. I just think it adds a little bit of something to it. Yep. Okay, so let's get the other body on there. And the other wing base. Okay, I gotta say, guys, this is pretty freaking cool. Putting the tail down first. on first. Put his body on. Yep. Need another little pink head. Make sure it's going the right way. Yep, it goes on first. That's a cream color. Yeah, cream color. Neck. It kind of embosses with the die as well to show you where to put these other pieces. Interesting, slightly different shape on that one. Why is that? Okay. So now let's do some of the flowers. So these flowers, they go down there. If you cut everything out ahead of time, it just makes it so much easier to slap everything together. I'm actually going to throw all these pieces in here together and then I can just peel them off. And then these are the top parts. And the center part goes in how? I think I better move that out. Surround the leaves. These are the stamens for the flowers. There. Okay. Let's get all the adhesive on all of these. So let's start with the bottom green part. Can you guys see what I'm doing well enough? Hello, Sandra. Hello, Yvonne. Oh, lots of orioles and finches. How beautiful is that? I got to get my feeders out. Well, actually, saying that, I have bird feeders out all year long, Barb. So I actually have had a lot of finches. I get a lot of cardinals. But and I've noticed the finches now coming back, but I don't have my hummingbird feeders out. Can you guys see this clear enough, or do you need me to go in closer on it? Do you need me to come in closer? So now I'm going to put the little tops of the flowers on here. Yeah, it has some beautiful sentiments. It really does have some. I loved the sentiments, and I thought that, man, it would go so nicely for so many different things. So I decided to buy the sentiments because I just thought, wow, it could go for so many different. Okay, now that's interesting. There's a little bit of adhesive. So there's the flowers. Next, I'm going to put some little stamens. Okay. Oh, and I remember I actually stuck them in underneath first. I didn't like that. So I stuck the stamens in underneath the pink first. And this one I actually put off a little more to the side where the bird's beak was. There. There. Okay. Now, these pink ones go here. It's like a puzzle. You have to kind of figure out where all the pieces go. Hi, Linda. Thanks for joining us. This one right here. Back it up a little bit right there. And there's one more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Where's the other one? 3. Up there. Okay. Positioned. Okay. Can everybody see that okay? Now I'm going to stick the leaves in. The leaves have a curve to okay, I'm going to come in closer. The leaves have a curve to them. If you can see it. So you have to make sure that you're matching the curve to the right leaf. Like this one goes up there. This one has a downward curve. This is a downward curve. But you can see why it's important to, like, I couldn't have done all of this while you guys were sitting, like, cutting all these little pieces out. This would have been incredibly boring for you. But it's also the kind of thing where you could have been watching TV, for instance, and doing them, cutting the pieces out. Hi, Linda. Okay, so I'm noticing with this adhesive sheet that there is a little glue residue that you just kind of have to kind of be aware of because it's coming off with my fingers. So this one is going to go here. This one's going to go up here. I need another leaf. I have another leaf. Oh, I'm short a leaf. I'm not going to worry about it. I'll put another leaf in later. I need another leaf for there. I will do another leaf later. So now, so that's all the little pieces. Oh, I need 2 more leaves. It's okay, I'll do them later. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to, oh, I have to put some little, okay, you know what, maybe I should cut the leaves. Because next I actually, okay, so there's my light green. Yeah, I'll do it later. Because now I have some little flowers that I put in. Three, I need 7 flowers. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We'll do another blue one. 7. Put those in there. And I'm going to put one right there. I'm going to put a purple one up here. I will put a blue one right there. Put a purple one down here. Put a pink one right there. There. And put one right there. Okay. So next I am going to foam dot this. I'm going to do this onto here and onto here. So I'm going to foam dot that onto there, but I think that first of all, do I want to foam dot that or do I want to glue that down onto there? I think I want to glue this onto here to give it a better base, and I think I'm going to glue it. Just because I want it to have a really good solid base. To support this. And then I'm using foam dots. Put some of the larger ones where I can. Now, I did find that this, I ended up having, I wish they made teeny weeny half ones of these. You can't hear anything over the hockey game? Oh yeah, it was in the store on Monday. So if you're in the store, it's sitting up by the cash register. There's a live one there that you can take a look at. So what I ended up doing is I end up taking, because I want to give the framework some good support. So I ended up, and I want to have some around the corner. So I end up taking and cutting some of these in half. And they fly in the corners. Because I want to make sure that I can get some of these in the corners. Stick. Stick. Ugh, Poketail, where are you? Oh, I can have another big one there. Oh, that might be too big. Just need little tiny pieces. Hi, Carolyn. So I'm trying to get it onto the leaves. And again, there goes another piece flying. It's to support it enough. So that it's not flopping all over the place. Maybe I can get another one in there. Okay. Then we have to take these all off. Oop. Nope, sorry. I pulled it out of the light there for you guys. Sorry, guys. Poke tools are so good for this. Till you get stuck to things. So small here. Sticking to my finger. Get on there. Come on. Come on. Oh my gosh. Fingers don't want to work tonight. I'm sticking to everything here. Stick, stick, stick. Is that all of them? I don't know if you noticed, I'm just flinging them in my room. After a live, I have to clean my room up. It is always such a mess. Fling, fling. Anybody else like that? Okay. Okay. All good. So now, get off this up here. I am going to center this, attempt to center this in the middle here, like so. I just like it foam dotted up. I just like it pop dotted up just a little bit to give it some dimension rather than it being so flat. But you could absolutely do it that way. There's absolutely no reason why it needs to be. And I'm just pushing it down to make sure it's all on there. I think that adhesive, I think that folio thing, I was a little concerned that maybe the adhesive wouldn't stick well enough. Okay, so maybe a little bit where it overlaps. Like so where the hummingbird overlaps right there, maybe I'm going to glue it a little bit just to make sure it sticks really well right there. But otherwise, I think it's pretty good. We'll see how it goes. And then the last thing that I'm going to do, so these are the new Pinkfresh, where's the package? The new Pinkfresh Ombre glitter beads, the glitter drops. These ones are Magic Potion. And I am going to put them in the center of these tiny little flowers. So I'm going to go around. Let me get this. A bit of glue drop. Put a little bit of drop of glue in the center of each of these. Oh, well, that's not exactly in the center, is it? Did I get them all? I guess I did. And then I'm just going to take a little one and stick it in the middle. Just the little ones. These are so pretty. I love the fact that they're gradated. Some more than others. Let's see. Okay, where did that one just go? Oh, right there. Is there another one in there? And there's a good one. Ah, that one's too big. That one's not a little one. That's a little one. Oh, I might need more glue on that one. I'm talking to myself. Don't know if you guys can hear me or not. Oh, I guess it's sticking okay. Is that all of them? I feel like we might need one over here. Do I have another flower? I do have another flower. I'm going to put another flower right here. Color do we need? The pink one. Little tiny one. There. And that, you need a brushy thing to take those bits out. A brushy thing? What's a brushy thing, Sandra? A brushy thing? I need something else? Because I don't, it's just, oh, look at all these. That's so much easier. Yeah. Yeah. Hi, everybody. How's the, yeah. Okay. They're getting, geez, I just noticing. Yes, we can. They're on order. This is die cut available. Couldn't see it. Very pretty. And the colors are good. Wow. Look at all these comments. For the refills. Product on hand for when the latest, but I just fallen wow. Look at all the comments coming in. Cut them out with the sidekick. Hi. I'm going to have some. I would pop it too. Geez, all those comments came along and I didn't even see them. Sorry, guys. So the last thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to add in a sentiment. So there's all different kinds of sentiments. So as I said, this was the sentiment. You know what? There was this. So this is the matching stamps that went with it, Hummingbird Sentiments. And there's so many different ones. So everything from let your dreams take flight. You could put it in there. You can put it in here. You can pop it in here. Let your dreams take flight. Happy birthday to beautiful you. There's so many different places you can put it. Just flying by to say hello. I think I'm going to put this one in here. May the wind always be at your back and the sun on your face. And I edged it. I just took a little bit of purple and edged it. I've got some little pop dots on the back of it. Just to, again, bring it up, raise it up a little bit. And I'm just going to put it. I could put it. No, I'm going to put it right here. Right there. Like so. There we go. All done. So that's the card. It's actually, I mean, really, for how gorgeous it ends up coming out, it's really quite simple to do. A lot simpler than it really looks, because the die does all the work for you guys. So lovely to do. And really, if you're going to do it, if what I discovered when I was playing with the die, cut out a whole bunch of pieces at the same time. And then you can have, then you can have a whole bunch of extra little heads, little, oh, the one last thing that I did do was I took a very fine Copic, or what are the other markers? The Micron Pigma markers. I took a really fine one and I put the little hummingbird eyeball in. So right in the center of their eyeball, just to add, so you can see their little eyeballs. Now they have eyes now. So yeah, you can cut out a whole bunch at once, and then you can have all the pieces and you can just make up cards as you need them. And really, really simple to do. So there. That's the card. And it does fit into a standard size envelope, because I actually had one of the package of envelopes from the store. And that's what I popped Heather's card into the other day. So it is, so as I said, this card is basically 7.5 by 5.5. And so it makes a really nice, beautiful sized card. So that's it for tonight, guys. Thanks for joining me. Lovely to have you. Great spring, summer, actually beautiful all year round card, but lovely spring, and it's the hummingbird card, and I'm sure Heather can be getting more of them in for everybody now. Thanks so much for joining me tonight, and loved seeing you guys all tonight. And I think next week is is it my journal night next week? I can't remember. I'll have to look at the calendar. And I will be back in 2 more weeks to do another live, doing a folio in a couple of weeks. Have a great night, guys. It's almost 9 o'clock. Thanks for joining me. Have a great week. Enjoy the great weather that we're having. Take care, guys. Bye-bye.